It's really difficult. Emmerdale spoilers follow. Emmerdale star Mark Charnock has hinted at further troubles for his character Marlon Dingle if April Windsor returns home safe next week. Show bosses have confirmed that Marlon and his wife Rona Goskirk will receive an important update in April in next Monday's episode, February 3. PC Swirling arrives in the village to reveal that the missing teenager has finally been found. Marlon and Rona brace themselves for Swirling to reveal whether April is alive or dead. A special flashback episode on Tuesday, February 4, then fills in the blanks for viewers, revealing where April has spent the last 6 weeks and her ultimate fate. Speaking about the repercussions if April does come back to live in the village, Mark explained, "From research, we know that's not straightforward. It's an equally difficult part of the process. After going missing, it's almost like they're missing in your house. They're there, but the old ones are gone. I think the good thing is that it would reunite the family because they'd all suddenly be at a level playing field with making it work for April, although they'd all be treading on eggshells. I think April would be a different person, with different reference points and different attitudes. That difference, and trying to succeed in understanding that difference, would hopefully unite them." Asked how Marlon would cope as a father, Mark replied, "I think it's really difficult. If April were to come back, Marlon is going to be so terrified of losing her again that it would define every conversation. I think it would make anybody more anxious. Marlon would think, on some level, that it's his fault. There's guilt that he'll carry with him going forward because he took his eye off the ball. That guilt, when April means so much to him, will be like a cloud around him for quite a while." April went missing on Christmas Day after a tough few weeks, which included being kidnapped by Ross Barton's dangerous enemy Jade, discovering the truth about her mum Donna's death, and falling out with Marlon over her rebellious behavior. Since April disappeared, Marlon has devoted every hour he can to searching for her, with support from his family and the rest of the village. The agonizing wait and uncertain reunion, exploring Marlon Dingle's dilemma in Emmerdale. The quiet hum of anxiety permeates the air in Emmerdale. A community holds its breath, waiting for news of April Windsor, the young girl who vanished without a trace. For Marlon Dingle, April's father, the agonizing wait has been a torment, a relentless cycle of hope and despair. The news that April has been found brings a flicker of relief, but also a fresh wave of apprehension. The question that hangs heavy in the air, is she alive, is a cruel reminder of the precariousness of the situation. Even if she is safe, the journey ahead promises to be fraught with challenges, a complex navigation of trauma, guilt, and the delicate process of rebuilding a family fractured by fear and uncertainty. The upcoming episodes of Emmerdale promise to delve into the emotional turmoil surrounding April's disappearance and the potential ramifications of her return. Mark Charnock, who portrays Marlon, has offered insightful glimpses into the character's mindset, revealing the complex emotions that plague him. The actor's words paint a picture of a man torn between the overwhelming relief of finding his daughter and the gnawing fear of what her ordeal might have cost her. The idea of April returning home is not simply a happy ending, it's the beginning of a new chapter, one filled with unknowns and the daunting task of healing. The prospect of April's return raises a crucial point. The return of a missing child is rarely a simple homecoming. As Charnock points out, research indicates that the reintegration process can be just as challenging as the initial disappearance. The child who returns is often not the same child who left. Trauma, fear, and the experiences endured during their absence can fundamentally alter their personality, their perspectives, and their interactions with the world. This missing-in-your-house phenomenon, as Charnock describes it, is a poignant reminder of the invisible wounds that can be inflicted by such experiences. The child is physically present, yet emotionally distant, a stranger in their own home. For Marlon, the challenge will be immense. The guilt he carries, the cloud that Charnock speaks of, will undoubtedly weigh heavily on him. The feeling that he took his eye off the ball, that he somehow failed to protect his daughter, will likely fuel his anxieties and shape his interactions with April. He will be walking a tightrope, desperate to reconnect with his daughter, yet terrified of doing anything that might trigger further trauma. Every interaction will be filtered through the lens of his fear, making genuine connection a delicate and painstaking process. The dynamic within the Dingle household will inevitably shift. The family, united in their shared concern for April, will now face the challenge of adapting to her changed needs and understanding her new reality. They will be walking on eggshells, trying to navigate the unspoken anxieties and unspoken traumas that April may be carrying. This shared vulnerability, however, could also be a source of strength. By supporting each other and focusing on April's well-being, the family has the potential to forge a deeper bond, a shared understanding born out of adversity. The Christmas Day incident, the catalyst for April's disappearance, serves as a stark reminder of the cumulative pressures that can impact a young person. April's experiences, being kidnapped, discovering the truth about her mother's death, and clashing with Marlon, created a perfect storm of emotional turmoil. These events, layered on top of each other, likely contributed to her vulnerability and ultimately led to her running away. Understanding the context of her disappearance is crucial for Marlon and the family as they try to support her return. It's not just about finding her, it's about understanding what led her to leave and creating a safe and supportive environment for her to heal. The flashback episode, which promises to reveal the details of April's ordeal, will be crucial in understanding the challenges that lie ahead. Knowing where she has been, what she has experienced, and the impact it has had on her will be essential for Marlon and Rona to provide the necessary support. This episode will likely be emotionally charged, offering viewers a glimpse into the trauma that April has endured and the strength she has shown in surviving. It will also serve as a powerful reminder of the importance of empathy, understanding, and patience in the healing process. Marlon's journey in the aftermath of April's return will be a complex and emotional one. He will have to confront his own guilt, manage his anxieties, and learn to navigate a new dynamic with his daughter. He will need to find a balance between protecting her and giving her the space she needs to heal. He will need to learn to listen, to understand, and to accept the changes that April has undergone. It will be a long and challenging road, but with love, support, and a willingness to adapt, there is hope for healing and a renewed sense of family. The question remains, however, whether the Dingle family can truly overcome the trauma of April's disappearance and emerge stronger on the other side. The answer, like April's future, remains uncertain, hanging in the balance between hope and fear. The ripple effect. Exploring the fallout of April's return in Emmerdale. The return of a missing child is rarely a simple fairy tale ending. In the close-knit community of Emmerdale, the news of April Windsor being found alive has brought a collective sigh of relief, but beneath the surface of jubilation lies a complex web of emotions. For Marlon Dingle, April's father, the agonizing wait has been a torturous ordeal, a constant battle between hope and despair. Now, with his daughter back in his arms, he faces a new set of challenges, navigating the delicate path of healing and rebuilding a relationship fractured by fear and uncertainty. The initial relief of April's safe return will undoubtedly be overwhelming. Marlon, Rona, and the entire Dingle family will experience a surge of joy, a profound sense of gratitude that the nightmare is finally over. However, this euphoria is likely to be short-lived, replaced by the sobering realization that April's ordeal has irrevocably changed her. The child who returns is not the same child who left. The trauma she has endured, the experiences she has been subjected to, will have left an indelible mark on her psyche. Mark Charnock's insights into Marlon's mindset are particularly poignant. He speaks of the missing in your house phenomenon, the feeling that the child is physically present, but emotionally absent. This is a common experience for families of missing children. The child may be physically unharmed, but their inner world has been profoundly altered. They may be withdrawn, anxious, or even aggressive. They may struggle to articulate their experiences or may simply shut down emotionally. For Marlon, this presents a daunting challenge. He will be grappling with his own guilt, the feeling that he failed to protect April. This guilt will likely manifest in overprotective behavior, a constant fear of losing her again. He may struggle to give her the space she needs to heal, constantly hovering and monitoring her every move. This, in turn, could stifle April's recovery, making her feel suffocated and driving her further away.